Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell to know upload on the video. Like this video and share.
Welcome to
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you been?
life and living.
What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody getting it for you? What's going on, people? Subscribe to my channel.
What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Tuesday. Anybody being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, knocking down doors and making your dreams come true, and practicing ignore. Now, I'm not going to be in this bathroom really long because it's really warm. It's like over 100 degrees. And I've got the air conditioning going, but I had to turn the fan off because I know if I keep it going, you're not going to be able to hear me. So I try to speak loudly as possible without everybody in the whole video, with the whole building on, making a video and stuff like that. I want to share something with you when I had to go take care of business and stuff. And I had to go, me trying to get, jobs and stuff like that. I'd share that with you as far as well. And I went on a job, well, I had to go take care of business rather to a job. But the thing is, you ever go out? Okay, let me start here first. I'm the kind of person that have the relationship with God. I understand some people may not believe in God, whatever the case may be, that's fine, that works for you. I pray. The conversation, I'm going to take the L for this one, because this is my fault. I've had with God was the simple fact of the matter is that if you put on a shirt that covers your neck, I'm going to make somebody call you a man. Okay, so I told you I go back and forth. Raven falls down a lot. I get back up, but sometimes I fall down a lot more than I need to. It is what it is. Sometimes a person, it's hard to untrain the brainwashed mind, way of thinking when you're coming from one avenue to another street, you think you look just like, a man, basically. That's where I kind of see it. And I look for different things and stuff like that as far as you nag, if is there any Adam's apple, or if it's toughness, or, I'm my worstest critic, call it whatever the case may be. I don't even see myself looking like a woman as well now, but that's another story, we're not going there now. And I had the conversation with God basically about if you cover up anything, I'm going to out you, clearly. You know me, but I'm like, okay, I take an L because simple fact of the matter is I was like today I'm going to cover up because you ever kind of go somewhere you really don't want to go, but you want to get less attention as possible. So I covered up. I had on a shirt that, it wasn't like long sleeve, but it's like a, white beater type of shirt and stuff, and it was like showing my arm stuff, but it covers the neck, and it's a summer shirt. It's not like a full-blown, long sleeve, wool sweater. Well, covered up, but I covered that part. Now, I already know that the man above told me if I covered up, I'm going to get outed. So, okay, fine, so I go out, and I'm in this place, like a job placement, I talk about that as far as job placements and looking for jobs, stuff like that. So the thing is, I was in there and stuff like that, so this finance man looked at me, looked at me, I looked at him, he looked at me, I was like, oof. So, the lady calls me and you have to go in back and forth, with job searching. Anybody who knows about staffing agencies, stuff like that, of like that. But anyway, so I get my stuff and I go to get on the elevator and the guy says, that's a man. Now, me myself, I said, okay. I already knew it was going to be expected this to happen. I wanted to see if I could slide one by, but you can fool anybody else, but you can't fool God. And the thing is, I got on the elevator and I heard him, and his friend next to him started laughing. It was two black guys, of course. Two black guys up, he said, that's a man. So the guy starts, in the elevator. Now I'm walking the elevator. Now I'm acting like, I'm playing one of the dum-dums. And this is the one thing I hate about me. Like, I hate it, and I work on myself. Listen, I'm not perfect. You wouldn't be on this channel if you thought I was. Evidently, your sister gets in a lot of trouble. I'm your big sister. Sometimes maybe you have to babysit your big sister because your big sister's, got anger issues. So, of course, be the person that I am, are going to attack mode, which is wrong on my part. Once again, I go stand right next to both of them. Now, most of the time at elevator, you go stand to the front or, stand to the side. And I stand right there, I'm standing right there and everything. But no, I'm standing right there like this. So, I have to talk to myself sometimes because I'm not perfect, clearly. And I sit there like this, I'm standing right next to them now, so at this point they're a little uncomfortable, because instead of me going over there, I went right next to them. I'm standing just like this. So the guy says, it is. Now I'm sitting there listening. So his friend is trying to hold it, and I'm standing. There's a woman in the front. I could have stood there, but I stood right there with them. Okay, I'm going to take the L for this one. Yes, I should practice ignore, take my own advice. I get it. I'm not perfect. A lot of times the videos is for me as well. I always tell you I'm not a tech. So he's like, that's a man. So it is. So he looks back at me. He says, she's pretty. Now, I'm a man, but I'm a she. Okay, which one is it going to be? But I'm still not saying nothing. I don't say anything because I already knew what was going to happen when I got up there, and also struggled with, before. But let me stay focused because I'm going to lose track. So he started laughing and stuff like that. His friend is not looking at me, like his friend is like this. But he kept looking. Like he turned around, he looking. So he decided, so his friend walks out the elevator. He was like, so the friend walks out the elevator, now you're me. He goes, you're pretty. Wow, you're really pretty. So, I'm still looking at him. I have anger issues, which means that, if anybody understands that means that sometimes we don't, first of all, we don't come to fight. We're like, want to remain silent. We want to be the biggest punkers in the building. We want to be the one to walk away. Sometimes that's not always successful with us, because we already, next thing you know, we done swung, and that was not part of the purpose. We done swung, and now we thought, oh my God, I'm fighting. I can't believe I'm having a fight. I don't want to fight, but now I'm fighting already. I got to keep going because I'm already to hit the bitch. Okay. So he's looking at me. I said to myself, now, if you say I'm a man, why are you in my face? Like, why everybody get off the elevator and you still standing here with me? And I'm looking at him. He's like, you're really pretty. I'm looking at him. I said, oh, you want me to say something? Oh, you want me to say, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, you want me to freak out? Or you want me to go all crazy and stuff? You want me to go, oh, I can't believe it. And I'm just looking at him. And he's looking at me. And I say, okay, remember, Raven, even before you transition and stuff like that, then when somebody call you gay, you're like, oh, I'm not gay, start fighting them. And then you would go home to your boyfriend. Don't do the same thing here. I mean, come on, girl. You can't be doing that, child. Let it go. So I'm like, okay, this is a situation I have to think of myself. It's not what he's saying to you. Does it bother you that he has some truth to it? Or does it bother you that he's coming in your face? Or does it bother you that the simple fact of the matter is that you knew what was going to happen before you did it?
God already told me you're not hiding no more.
Or does it bother you that you just want to go from point A to point B and not be bothered and stuff like that? You feel like you're being challenged. And I sit there and I thought about it, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and he's like looking me up like he's trying to, like, he's not looking at me like a mean way, he's like trying to, and I thought to myself, remember one thing, your LGBT people is the ones who spook you the fastest, because he's probably on here with his boyfriend, and by him being there with his boyfriend, they cracking little jokes. Now you think he's a straight man, and actually he may be a gay man that's dating other men, but the simple fact of the matter is he's coming for you, because a lot of times what they do is they'll come for us to try to out us, and a lot of times men that are straight, that are really not about this life, they really don't pay us no mind, they could care less. But the ones who are about this life, because there are certain people that are gay that don't look gay, and he didn't look gay, but it also kind of gave me that sign of a felon.
Life is full of fake people. Trust no one.
The felon is the kind of guy that basically got that darkness in their skin that you could kind of look present. And I see him looking at him. And he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And most times people say, well, you look like you're ready to fight. And obviously I did, because but that's not what I was doing. So he's looking at me and, sees him up and stuff like that. And I'm looking at him and I said, I said, only you gay ones always be coming for us. Only you ones that be out here that basically can pass the street, that nobody knows what you are, yet still you out us, you kill us, and yet still you the first one saying that you didn't know what we was, and next you go to jail, and your little boyfriend is coming up to visit you, and at the end of the damn day, we're told that it was a straight man, and we tricked him, and at the end of the day, due to the fact that you can't really tell that you're gay, that you're trying to get the pass, and at the end of the day, it was not going to work with me. I just stood there, looked at him. I gave him nothing. He looked at me, couldn't stop. They looking at him like, why the fuck is you still in the elevator if you think that's what it is? Why you must be interested? Because you wouldn't be, if you wasn't so interested in me, then why would you still be here? The thing is this. Don't give light to darkness. That's all he had. He had nothing else to present to me but darkness. And the light that shined on me when I got into the elevator bothered him so bad, he had to say something. And I had to realize one thing. Cis women go through the same thing. Oh, you a bitch. You a hoe. You a nigga. They do the same thing. So now I'm in womanhood. I have to take everything that comes with being a woman. And even though the fact they call cis women men, I have to accept that as well when it comes my way, a bitch, whore, whatever the case may be. I'm now in that world. Now the way I react to it be a whole different thing. A lot of times cis men are fighting, straight men are beating up cis women. Whether they're pregnant or not, they don't care. And unfortunately, they'll try to out us and try to make it seem like it's something that's so problematic at who we are. In reality is that he's the one with the problem.
He should have stand there and didn't say shit.
I didn't give him that. I didn't give him what he was looking for. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to do the same thing. Every respond don't have to get a respond. Every time somebody puts some negative energy out onto you, you don't have to respond to it. All you got to do is just act like you don't hear it. Act like you don't see it. Because you know why? They ain't going nowhere in life. Nowhere. Where they going, they already did. That's outside hanging on the street, hanging with their boyfriends, girlfriends, kids. They ain't going nowhere. But the light that shines on you shows you trying to get destination, you trying to go somewhere in life, and it bothers them. Now they can do the same thing you're doing, but they can't do it because you know why? Their jealous, envious, hateful spirit will not let them move. But your positive light that's pulling forth and bringing light into many people, that's making people want to do things out of life, it bothers them because they can't be like you. They can't do the things you're doing, so it bothers them. So they want to try to make you come to their world, but don't take the bait. Let them stay in it. Because somebody's going to answer that request for them. Somebody's going to answer that request. It don't have to be you. And my thing is this, let them have that. Because a lot of times when I realize a lot of times these guys are being killed and stuff like that on the news, it's for they got the right one, as they call it. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you as far as being called out my name, basically to get the response he wanted, but basically kind of, you know, like the little kid thing, like go to school, the guy pulls the girl's pig, tells you his stuff, oh, he likes you, that's why he's putting, we're looking at grown adults still with the children mentality. And I wanted to share this with you. Every respond don't deserve a respond. Like I said before, comment below, I love you, feel about this. At the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.
Alright, now come on, baby, let's go on Instagram. Ooh. Like I said before, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, share my videos. How do you feel about this video? Do you feel as though people always try to get a response for you? They want to hear your voice, try to see if they can spook you, because at the end of the day, they have nowhere to go in life and they're trying to stop your growth? Comment below, share the video. Love you. Love you.